I can tell you. I can tell you definitively.
I can certify.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way,
Let him just finish.
hold on. Is this vote closed, by the way?
Speaker Johnson is leaving the floor of the House right
And
now.
where
What is that?
Where he's going is.
It was Speaker Mike Johnson as it became apparent that he was going to struggle on the first vote. Let's just watch that again.
I can tell you.
It is beautiful.
Thank you.
Not one person congratulating him, no handshakes, leaving away in shame. Let this be a reminder that Republicans rule by chaos. They actually cannot govern. They only exist to be in opposition. And when they have the opportunity to lead, this is what happens. And keep in mind too, that prior to 2023, when this same circus came to town, it was 1923 that the House Republicans or House Democrats were not able to elect a leader. So this chaos is 100% a product of Trump and MAGA. And this is very, very humiliating for Donald Trump and Mike Johnson. Donald Trump, who of course, I'm not gonna read you this wall of text, but down here, Donald Trump did endorse Mike Johnson, saying, Mike has my complete and total endorsement. Endorsements really aren't what they used to be, eh, Donald Trump? Now, Mike Johnson was ultimately, sadly for all of us, elected speaker after the first vote, but that was after making several deals with folks. And as Ron Filipkowski really laid out here, Mike Johnson, literally 2 hours ago, and I had this video footage, said, I'm not making deals with anyone. And then Mike Johnson, when it became apparent that he might actually lose the speakership, he started to make deals. So here's a little bit of him saying that. I mean, that was really fast, but let's just watch it one more time. I'm not making deals with anybody. And then literally 2 hours later, Mike Johnson literally making deals with the folks who would not vote for him. And it's being reported that Donald Trump himself had to personally weigh in and talk to Reps Ralph Norman and Keith Self after they voted against Mike Johnson's bid for speaker. Self and Norman voted for Johnson after that. Do you know how embarrassing that is, that Republicans cannot elect a leader without daddy getting involved? And the fact that Elon Musk, a billionaire, had to get involved as well? To me, it speaks to how there really is no cohesion between Republicans, their base, and their donors, and the people who are actually in charge. This thing is just stuck together in the most imprecise way possible, and it is just moments away from combusting. All right, I just want to make one final point before we move on to this next story that I think you're gonna love, is that Mike Johnson and his fight to retain power, to me, I mean, I hope you all don't mind me saying this, it shows there's still strength in our institutions, because Mike Johnson couldn't just become speaker. Donald Trump couldn't just knight him speaker. There had to be a vote. There had to be deal making. And the fact that Mike Johnson, just like every other speaker before him, had to go through this process, and the process worked out in the way that they had to, you know, compromise and give away power in order for someone else to achieve what they wanted to achieve, to me, at least for now, speaks to the fact that perhaps our institutions, though weak, are at least holding. Don't be mad at me for saying that. All right, and then I have some amazing news here, is that Kyrsten Sinema, look at this, is an American politician and former social worker who was, past tense, was a United States senator from 2019 to 2025. That's right, Kyrsten Sinema is no longer a senator, and I, for one, am happy about that, because she is the reason why that when we tried expanding the federal minimum wage, it was struck down. It was her vote. So bye-bye, Kyrsten Sinema. And then there was this really cute moment with Ruben Gallego's son talking to Vice President Harris, who, by the way, was welcoming every new senator today instead of planning her inauguration. America really got that wrong.
I'm sorry you did it.
Oh, you know what, sweetheart? But you know what? You know what? Don't you worry about it, because there's still so much work to do. So it's not that we've been beaten, we're not defeated, right? You know that word defeated means? Are we defeated? Nope, we're not defeated, right? That's right. That's right. Congratulations. Okay, wait a minute. Come here. I need a high five. Come here. Come on. There we go.
He's really so upset. Look at his little face. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. Okay, wait a minute. Come here. I need a high five. Come here. Come on. There we go. High five. There we go. One more.
This is a real leader. Not only does it require strength to push her feelings aside, because I'm sure maybe she's kind of processed it now and she's feeling a little bit better, but to be able to show up and be strong for someone else when she was the one who lost, to me, is just really just speaks to her character as a leader and as a human being. And it's just another reminder that America really just screwed this one up. Now, I wrote this before it became apparent Johnson was going to win, so let's just pretend it says win. Same thing as applying. Johnson's limp into a win should be a reminder to all pro-democracy Americans that Trump and his agenda are not a certainty. If they can't elect a leader, they won't be able to pass an agenda. And obviously, I think that's true because I wrote it. I want to expand on that because nihilism, thinking that nothing can change, that the worst is inevitable, and that Republicans and Trump are going to win at every single turn and that democracy is over, only helps authoritarianism and only helps the fascists. It is actually one of the best tools that authoritarians and dictators across the country, not across the country, well, not yet here, but across the world use to make their population feel like nothing is possible. Because when a population feels like nothing is possible, they don't think about what could be. They only think about what is. And democracy thrives on the idea of what could be, what is possible that we haven't reached for yet. And so I want to instill on you, watching all of this, that it's not a certainty. Yes, Donald Trump is an insane person who tried to stop our democracy once. We still have our democracy right now. And if you become someone who thinks that only the worst is inevitable, then you are actually helping set that future into motion. And so I would like to impress on you that you have the ability to make America the vision you want it to be. Don't let nihilism win. This is proof that Republicans have a long road to go if they want to make their agenda possible. A very scary agenda, but agenda that they have to pass on the slimmest of margins. And this shows too that they have to use the institutions we have to get things passed.
I can tell you. I can tell you.
I can certify.
Yeah, thank you.
One thing, by the way,
Well, let him just finish.
hold on. Is this vote closed, by the way?
Speaker Johnson is leaving the floor of the House right now.